Welcome to Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're here for 2 Lexus reviews. Roll the intro. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, we've made it to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we're here at Lexus of Santa Fe to do 2 Lexus reviews in a row. First up, this 2025 Lexus IS-300 F Sport in Iridium with red interior. So you can let me know if you're in the market for a premium branded sports sedan. You maybe looked at the Genesis G70. What about this IS-300? You can let me know as we go through the car. So let's dig in. Front end of this IS-300 in the Iridium, which is silver, looks good. We're going to have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, standard bulbs for turn signals, functional side air curtains. We have a lot of gloss black on the front grille and on the front splitter. As we come around to the wheel and tire package, this is a 19-inch aluminum alloy wheel, Lexus badge on the center cap. Now these wheels are wrapped in Bridgestone Potenza all-season tires, 235 on the width, a 40 series sidewall, 19s, all 4 corners, rear wheel drive. Moving on out, there is that Iridium color with some chrome trim around the windows and then the dark wheels. Let me know what you think. I think it's a classic color combo. As we move in closer to that front fender, that's where you're going to see your F Sport badge right there on the front. Now on the side view mirror, we're going to go gloss black, some Iridium, and then we have LED turn signals. Then we're going to go color matched or Iridium on the front and rear door handles, left side fuel filler cap, up top color matched roof, shark fin antenna, no sunroof. Over the back we go. We have a gloss black deck lid spoiler on that deck lid kick-up, Lexus badge in the middle, IS-300 on the bottom right, LED tail lights that go all the way across the trunk, standard bulbs for turn signals, and then we're going to go gloss black on the rear diffuser area with chrome dual exhaust finishers. Under the hood of IS-300, we have Lexus's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 241 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 21 in the city, 31 on the highway, and 25 combined. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. This actually is the least expensive car on this dealer's lot right now. So here we go. Base price, $25. IS-300 F Sport is $42,405. This vehicle's got a few options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,295 from the Lexus assembly plant in Tahara, Aichi, Japan, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $45,195. And for those who are interested, there's no import fee attached to this vehicle. So let's check out the interior. Before we go to the driver door panel, if you want a Lexus that's 100% built in Japan of 100% Japanese parts, then this IS-300 fits the bill. Now we go to the front door panel. We're going to have the black and the red color combo with soft touch material across the top into that brushed aluminum door handle. The red New Lux material on the armrest with the stitching. We have some gloss black in and around the flat black switch gear. Good sized door pocket. As we move in closer, we have a large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Let me know if you'd like to see some aluminum finish on these pedals here on this IS-300. Now, as we come on out, we're going to have power seat with out lumbar for the driver and the front passenger, and then the red in the New Lux with the stitching and the perforation, the bolstering, firm but forgiving. The headrests feel the same. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. As we come on into the dash, we're going to go soft touch way up top, then more of the soft touch material with the red into the heat and air vent, and then we do have a good size glove box. All right, starting with the infotainment screen, this is the Lexus 8-inch system. We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility, and you can either use the touch screen to change things up or you can use the trackpad on the center armrest, your choice. But as we go into our audio, that's where we're going to have our AM, FM controls, Sirius XM, all right there, nice and easy for you. You have your station list, you can go to your source, bring all of that up, as well as your Bluetooth music and your CD music, compact disc music in this old school IS. And we can come on back to our main menu. You can Bluetooth your phone, you can project your phone, you can adjust your climate settings from up here as well, or on the switches down below. Again, your choice. As we move down, right, you also can go to setup, where you can go ahead and set your clock, your language, miles per hour, kilometers per hour. There's your CarPlay, Android Auto, all that stuff in there as well. We can come back, and then you can go to your apps, where you're going to have your apps that you can bring in from the Inform app here in Lexus. And then we can just go ahead and hit OK, and we can go to the back because we're not going to update it. We don't own the vehicle. Now, so I'm going to go back to reverse. There is the backup camera. It is pretty clear. It does have trajectory. You can change how you want to see it, zoom in or zoom out, and you can change your trajectory lines depending on what you want to have. We'll go back to park, and we're good to go. As we move on down, our push button start right up here. Then we're going to have 2 heat and air vents. The old style Lexus clock. I love these kind of clocks. Gives it such elegance. Moving down further, here's all the controls for the dual climate right here. We do have some gloss black in and around the flat black on the switchgear, so just be careful. We're going to have dual climate. There's your CD player right there, looking good. As we move on down, we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger with a heated steering wheel. That's behind the gear shift. Here's the gear shift with the leather gaiter and the stitching to go through this 8-speed automatic transmission. And then over here, where you're going to have your drive modes, we'll check those out when we go through the dash. Auto vehicle hold, traction control off. Here's the trackpad to work the infotainment screen if you don't want to touch it. And then we have 2 cup holders, our Lexus key fob right here. Pretty simple. Lock, unlock, panic button, the Lexus badge on the back in the baggie. Keep it nice and secure. Then we have the armrest in the red, nice and soft. We open that up, and underneath there, we have a 12-volt and a couple of USB-As and an aux jack. Lexus steering wheel, leather wrap wheel in black with black cross stitch, nice 10 and 2 notches, nice width. The Lexus badge on the horn button, a round bottom wheel, but this is a smaller passenger cabin in the IS, so when I get in and out at 5'11", my leg is going to hit the steering wheel getting in and out when I have it set for my driving position. So it would have been nice to have Lexus flatten that off, but it is what it is. Now on the switchgear on the left side, flat black, where you're going to have modes for your infotainment system, volume, telephone voice commands. On the right side, controls for the digital portion of your dash, and then you're going to have your lane keep assist, our cruise control in the old-fashioned position right here. Maybe not old-fashioned position, but it's right down here on the bottom, and we do have paddles to go up and down this 8-speed automatic manually. On the left stalk, you have your headlight controls, turn signals, high beams. On the right side, your windshield wipers. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have bright and dim the dash, your trip odometer right here. You have your adaptive high beams on or off. Right here, you can pop the hood, and on this button, you pop the trunk, so don't get them confused. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. The dash is an analog digital combo, analog gauges on the left and right, and then you have that 4-inch digital display in the center. So what kind of drive mode action do we have? Well, we have normal, we have eco, we have sport, and go back to normal, and then we have snow, on or off. And then you do have additional information you can go through in the center, either up or down, or left to right, depending on what you see when you're going down the road. The overhead console, you have the SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button that says door is pushed in and left in. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. No power roof to show you. Rear view mirror, framed rear view mirror, manual dimming function, sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? No, it does not, and there's no extension. Rear door panel, same action as the driver, same use of material, same consistency of design front to back, so I do like that. Moving on into the rear here, we have on the rear seats, we have the new Lux all the way down. We have seat pocket behind the front passenger and the driver, and we have a couple of heat and air vents here in the rear console area. But for me, at 5'11", it's a little bit cramped in the back seat of the IS. I have enough room for my head and shoulders, but as you can see, the seat's set for my driving position. My knees are a little high, and I just have enough room for my knees. So if you're going to be over 6 foot tall, you want to be in the front seat, not in the back seat. Then the back seats, though, the same red new Lux with the perforation, nice and soft. And then our armrest is super soft, but we don't have any cup holders right here. Getting in the trunk of the IS-300, well, you can pop it from the driver's side dashboard, or you come to the back and right above the license plate, there's a button. You push and it lifts up. Nice wide opening, 10.8 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of IS-300. We do have the carpeted and all-season mats in the trunk right now, and we have the all-season cargo mat. And if I lift this up, we do have tools jack and a spare. So thank you, Lexus, for the spare. But if you don't have anybody in the back seat and you need more room, you can let the rear seats down by going around to each door, and there is a button on the seat back. You just push it and put the seats forward, go around and do the other side. Button down, push the seats forward. So now you do have a bit of a kick up, but you can fit larger items in the back of this trunk. Window sticker time as the rain starts to fall in Santa Fe. 25 IS-300F Sport, made in Japan, standard equipment, left to right. Then the options. Then the pricing. Total vehicle MSRP. Government safety ratings. Fuel economy estimates. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're on the road in this brand new 2025 IS-300 F Sport. And right off the bat, great visibility out of all the glass, good size side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that action in here for safety. I got LED lighting up front and out back for safety as well. I got the 8-inch infotainment screen, CarPlay, Android Auto, smaller screen, older screen. The IS hasn't had that refresh that the other models have. They haven't gotten updated tech, but at least it's a touch screen, and you don't have to use the touchpad all by itself, so that's a good deal. And we do have manual mode, and we do have sport mode, and we can shift with the paddles. And it feels good. Feels good on the way up. And when we turn around here, it'll feel good on the way down. Here we go. We'll go around the circle. Feels good on the way down. Really nimble. Look on the steering. Very nimble on the steering. It is nice and light, but it is tight and it is right on the steering. 17.1 foot turning radius. Rear wheel drive on this one. Obviously, you can get all-wheel drive, and you can get bigger engines as well. So the 300, you get the 2-liter turbo, right? The 350, you get the V6, and then the Mammoth IS-500 gets the 472 horsepower fire-breathing V8 engine. So they have some bandwidth within the IS, but you know, it's an older kind of vibe on the inside of this car. Frankly, the IS, personally, one of my favorite vehicles, sports sedans to drive. And why? Because the seating position is excellent, right? My back feels good. The bolstering is hugging me in my ribs and on my thighs just right. Not too tight, not too soft, just right. The steering tight and right. The headroom for the driver, no problem. I can put the seat way back, and if I'm over 6 foot, no problem. The only issue is you're going to hit your knee getting in and out on this steering wheel. But you got everything you really need. You got dual climate, you got heated seats, heated steering wheel, right? You got USB connectivity. Yes, they're A's, but you can get an A to C connector if you have a C connector on your phone for $5 at Amazon. Not a big deal. And you're at 45 grand brand new on this 300, 45 and change. You know, Lexus is a premium brand. It's not cheap, but we're looking at the G70, which has been released for 26 unchanged for the last few years. The Lexus has been unchanged the last few years. And I'm going to put the 25 G70 2.5 turbo review that we did at the end of this one, if you'd like to compare notes between the IS-300 and the Genesis. But this is just so good. It handles sharply. The suspension is well damped. It feels good on the road. It just does so many things well. It's such a good chassis and a timeless design on the IS. I feel like this is a timeless design. The G70 is another timeless design. And the Mazda 3, even though it's not in this category, is that older, timeless design that's just excellent. And that it stands the test of time. It never looks outdated. It never looks old. At least that's my view. But you let me know. If you're looking for a sports sedan, what about this IS-300 or 350 or 500? How would you rock and roll? How would you handle it? You can let me know. Put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Lexus of Santa Fe for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Lexus IS-300 F Sport with rear-wheel drive for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.